How's it going? Everybody, TJ here, back again with another video and another double training day. I've already had one training session. I did manage to get up earlier at I was up at just after 6, so I had a good amount of time to eat a breakfast before, which was just but not enough that you could get a big breakfast, just like a little breakfast. I had one slice of toast, and one egg and a few egg whites, so like about a third of a normal breakfast, then a shake during the training session. We're back home. Your standard eggs and 300 grams of potatoes. There's no tomato sauce, need to go get that. Alright, boom, there we go. Ketchup and sriracha. Ketchup on its own is great on eggs. Sriracha on its own is great on eggs, but I like a little combination. I haven't bought that sriracha ketchup that they sell these days. If any of you have, let me know. Is it any good? Is it like... But I like this little combination because when I'm feeling like spicy, I put more sriracha. If I'm not feeling like spicy, don't put too much sriracha. The potatoes are much easier to cook now because I cooked about nearly 2 kilos of potatoes, cubed. As you can see, I've clipped it over the top. Put them in a big Tupperware container. I've got the same thing with frozen zucchini. I've got the same thing with the frozen peppers that I already have, and then just mushed it all together. Now this is the end product. Alright, so finished my morning of work, then had that shake, did a little stretch slash meditative stretching slash meditation, whatever, just relaxed, had a 20-minute nap, well, including the stretching is probably around 15 or so minutes, but just try to lie down and almost get to sleep, and I think I accomplished that, and now we're almost ready for meal. I never know what bloody meal it is, it doesn't matter. I'm almost ready for the next meal, which will be pre-training. I know we've got contact, I'm pretty sure they've got a ref coming in so that we can actually have a full-on hit out because our season starts real soon. So yeah, I'm gonna try and grab footage of that. I know people have been asking if I can get footage of games and stuff. So I'm gonna hope for that. I wanted to quickly discuss what people have been asking me. So this is why I wanted people to comment in the comments below, was because I wanted to discuss things that you guys want to know. So first thing I've noticed is in a few of my older diet vlogs, if people have been asking like why I eat so late at night, or I eat a lot of food late at night, am I not worried about being fat, blah 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 blah. I'm always worried about being fat, number one, but also most of the time, especially when I'm in my normal routine, I like to train at night because that's when I feel I train better. Obviously, if you're playing rugby with a team, most of the teams will always have an evening session like we do. Our sessions are from 6 until 8, sometimes they run over. Plus, adding to that, I've got a bit of recovery, so we've got hot and cold tubs at our facility, so sometimes we get into those, or I just need to be stretched or beaten up by the physiotherapist. But any of those things can happen, and sometimes I don't get in till past 9 o'clock. Now I know some other guys in the UK, we used to train from 7:30 till 9, and sometimes we'd do forward sessions only, and that would go on till 9:30. And the problem with that is that we then don't get in till, you know, real late at night, and you don't want to go into your training session with a complete full belly, feeling rough. You want to try and get as much food in as you can to recover from that session, especially if it's a contact session or anything like that. You need to get nutrients on board, carbs, protein, yeah, a little bit of fats as well, and a lot of nutrition and hydration on board post session. So that means you have to eat late at night. I don't know where the myth started about you know, not eating late at night, I guess it's because when you sleep, you're just lying there and doing nothing. But the problem is, there's a few problems with avoiding eating late at night. So number one, it's pointless. What matters more than anything is your daily totals of calories in versus calories out, and then we can look at macros and stuff like that. But it's the food you're eating over the course of a day or even a few days that matters the most. It's not about whenever you eat it. The only time it does matter, which is I guess is number two, the only time it does matter when you eat is when we're talking about energy for training, and energy, more importantly than that, to recover from training. I know guys that used to go to rugby training and they would have their dinner before training and then they wouldn't eat after. That is a nightmare, especially if you're doing a contact session or something physical. You need to eat, you need to consume food in order to start the recovery process. If you don't eat before going to bed, like after training, because you think it's too late, you're not going to recover. You're going to wake up feeling significantly worse. And then speaking of feeling significantly worse, number three is if you go to bed hungry, that is going to affect your quality of sleep. You can't sleep as well if you are very hungry, because if we're looking back, I guess we can go to the paleo era here and say, when we were cavemen, we wouldn't be able to sleep very well because we'd try and conserve our energy because we'd still have to go out and look for food. You sleep best once you've had a full meal because you don't have to no longer have to go out and search for food. And you know, that still somewhat applies to us today. So to wrap that up real quick, it doesn't matter when you eat in terms of day or time of day and night. It matters when you eat around your training time. A little side note also is that it's been proven that we as humans also get hungrier at night. This might not actually apply to you, but for the most part, people get a lot of evening hunger or nighttime hunger. And so if you were to delay your calories, if you've seen in previous vlogs, I wouldn't eat until like noon or something like that. And then I'd stack my calories around nighttime. And that's because I'd always get really hungry around nighttime. So that's when I eat. It's simple as that. I can wake up and even now, I'm only eating real early mostly because I know I'm training in the mornings as well as at night. So I need to get some nutrition in around that training session. If I didn't, I wouldn't be so hot. And even now, you'll notice that most of my bigger, heavier meals are around nighttime because that's when I get hungriest. So then I can go to bed satisfied and full, and then I get a good quality sleep so I can recover as best we can. I'll talk about sleep in another video, but hopefully that all makes sense to you. Let's move on to the next meal. All right, time for pre-training meal. I'm gonna grab my spoon and check that this doesn't get too hot, but we've got, oh me, hi. Now we've got rice, turkey, sliced turkey, rice, mozzarella and some hummus. I will add some of that broccoli slaw into that. The reason I keep using this turkey deli meat is because we got a load for free. Look at that, beauty. Same for the eggs as well. It's not too bad eating a load of eggs and egg whites when you get a big old crate / box of them. One of the things you got to do is take up offers of free food as much as you can, especially when number one, you're always eating at home, which is always going to save money mostly anyways, unless you want to go out and have big buffets and whatnot. But you're going to, for the most part, save money by eating at home. And then when you can find little offers, little cheeky things that you can do, I'm not saying like be a sad bastard and collect a million coupons. I'm just saying, you know, save every penny. No, I'm not saying that. Just be smart with what you're buying. You know, you don't need to buy organic if you can't afford it. You don't need to buy everything fresh and then it goes off. You know, that's why I buy a lot of my veg, as you can see in here, frozen. Because, that was a really quick, you probably got sick. Because when it's frozen, it saves money and it never goes off. And it's easy to cook because I just whack it in the frying pan. So, yeah, food for thought, pardon the pun. So, all done with training. We just did pretty much 40 minutes of an actual game. I've come home with another bloody headache. So I got, what do you call it? I got a concussion test. I took that. I didn't fail it, but I didn't pass it. I don't know what I'm going to do if I have to finish, because if this is a concussion and I'm buggered, I will have to stop playing. It's simple as that. But we'll see. We'll address that depending on how I feel tomorrow and the days coming, whether it's a full-on concussion or it's just a headache for whatever reason. We don't know yet, so we'll hopefully we'll ignore that and we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. For now, I'll clip over what I had post-workout, so cereal and protein. That was beautiful, and now we're just gonna have some chicken already cooked, sriracha hummus already cooked. Well, it's not cooked, it's just made. And then rice already cooked, and that might be it, because I'm absolutely shattered. Kind of because of my headache, kind of because just playing our first full, it's not a full game of rugby, but our first 40 minutes of a hit out since, well, for me, guess it's been since Ibiza 10s, which is a long while ago. That was back in what, June or May? So being tired is going to be expected, but yeah, I'll try and wrap up something. If I don't wrap up now, I'll wrap up in the morning, so I'll see you in a sec. Right guys, so it's the next morning and I weighed in at 100.5, which is a new low for the year, probably because of the workload I did yesterday, maybe even a little bit dehydrated. We'll see what happens over the average of the week. What else? Yeah, my head's feeling much better. I think I overreacted because, I mean, the last proper full season of 15s I played, I got a concussion, so I'm just overly cautious, which I'd rather be overly cautious than not care and be buggered later on in life. But I think I'm fine. That's the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and even if you didn't. Let us know in the comments below if you enjoyed this type of video where I'm trying to give you information as well as just doing a vlog, and share it with anyone that thinks eating at night is bad, because they're wrong. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.